Welcome to a brief presentation of Tez ERP, a complete e-business suite. Tez ERP is a fast, powerful and smart business management software. Let us quickly look at major benefits of Tez ERP. Firstly, it is a cloud-based solution which can be accessed 24/7 from any location. You are no longer tied down to your office PC, as you have the freedom to work from anywhere, at any time. It offers you enhanced accessibility, as you can access your business data from any device connected to the internet, including your PC, laptop, MacBook, tablet or mobile phone. It is extremely easy to use. Most users are able to use Tez ERP with very little training. Your data is stored on secure servers, which are protected using the latest technology. With role-based security, each user has limited access to information based on his role in the organization. The system maintains complete audit trail of each action. Let us now take a quick look at important modules. Tez ERP has complete accounting with all types of vouchers, P&L, and balance sheet. You can dynamically generate personalized reports and save them for future use. Complete inventory management for traders and manufacturers is provided with barcodes, batch number, and serial number tracking. Taxation can be managed directly from the software. It is fully compliant with TDS and GST. You can upload GSTR1, GSTR3B, match GSTR2A, and generate e-way bill or e-invoice directly from the software. Order management helps you track pending purchase orders and sales orders. You can convert orders to delivery challan or bills with a single click. Apart from the core modules, which are required for most businesses, Tez ERP offers other integrated modules such as CRM to manage your sales pipeline. This allows you to capture leads from various sources like IndiaMart, Just Dial, Sulekha, Urban Pro, and your website. You can also track follow-ups, quotations, and orders. Payroll module helps keep complete records of your employees, track their leaves and attendance with biometric machines, calculate salaries and payouts. Task management module helps you create and assign jobs, monitor pending tasks, calculate cost of each job, and productivity of each employee. AMC module helps you manage after-sales services. If you deal in products with warranty, this module can help you track complaints received from customers. Assign them to support executives, monitor pending tickets and the DAT, that is turnaround time of each complaint. In this video, we are going to focus on the core modules. Before diving into the software presentation, let us quickly take a look at industry verticals which we currently support. Tez ERP is used by thousands of traders, manufacturers, and service providers. Apart from using core modules for accounting, many accounting service providers and chartered accountants use Tez ERP for office automation. Thousands of coaching classes, schools and colleges use Tez ERP for institute management. Many people from the electronic industry use Tez ERP to track serial numbers with barcodes and QR codes. People from textile industry use Tez ERP to track bale numbers, and people dealing in ready-made garments use it to track inventory of items of various sizes. Now let us log in to tezerp.com and take a quick look at the software. The first screen that you see is your dashboard. It is designed to help you monitor KPI, that is key performance indicators, to manage various aspects of your business. Each user will see a different dashboard based on roles assigned to him. They can further use settings to enable or disable widgets as required. What you see on your screen now is the total sale for the selected company during the current financial year, the amount paid against these bills, balance amount receivable, and the amount overdue, for which the due date has passed. Other widgets show you month-wise sale, location-wise sale, branch-wise sale, item-wise sale, purchases with amount payable and the amount due, expenses, profits, and so on. Dashboard supports drill down to the voucher level. For example, you can click on balance to see bills due. Click on overdue to narrow down your search and see bills due for which the due date has passed, or click on the amount to see all bills. Click on balance or any heading to change the sorting sequence. You can click on the entry to open the transaction. There are many options at entry level, such as print invoice, email, or WhatsApp, for sending the invoice to customer, generate EV bill or e-invoice, view profits and adjustments, delete or cancel the invoice, and so on. Let us now see how easy it is to add a transaction. Click on the Add button, select customer name, select the item name, and that's it. Your invoice is complete. You can of course change the rate or quantity and add more items by selecting the item or using barcode readers. You can see that the software automatically picks details like the address, GST number, and the state. It calculates the due date based on the credit period assigned to the customer. It also applies taxation rules and computes TCS, CGST, SGST, or IGST, depending on the item and location of the customer. In this example, I already had the customer and the item created. Let me save this invoice and create a new invoice with a new customer and a new item. So, I click on the Save and Continue button. To create a new customer, I press Alt-A or click on the plus button next to the customer's name. On this screen, I can either type the information manually or simply enter the GST number and click on the search box. Since the software is connected to the GST portal, it picks up the name and address from the portal. Now I enter mobile number and email ID of the customer and save. On the sales voucher screen, I select the customer's name. I can jump to the first item by pressing Alt-1 and create a new item by pressing Alt-N, or by clicking on the plus button next to the item name. I select the inventory group, type in the item name, select the tax rate, and save the item. Now I will select the item name, enter the quantity and the rate. I will also quickly add a few more items in the same bill. I could click on the information icon next to any item to see more information about the item, such as the recent purchase, sale, company-wise stock, location-wise stock, and the batch number or serial number in stock. If the customer is immediately paying by cash or check, you can quickly create a receipt with a single click. You see how easy it is to add a new customer or a new item. You would have also noticed that ERP has many keyboard shortcuts to quickly navigate through the entry. Without touching the mouse, I could jump to the voucher number by pressing Alt-V, add more items with Alt-L, jump to narration by pressing Alt-N, and save with Alt-S. As you can see, the two entries that we created are showing here on top of the list. I could click on the filter button to select transactions of a particular company, branch, department, place, period, or amount range. You can also filter out all invoices of a particular customer, group, agent, or item. Now I select all invoices created today, so the list shows me only 2 invoices. I could choose to print the report, save it as PDF or download it in Excel format, listing the vouchers meeting the selected criteria. I could also choose to personalize the report by adding or removing columns, rename the columns or change their sequence by moving them up or down. I can save this format for future use. I can also analyze the data in multiple ways. For example, I could see my top customers and further analyze them for a specific period, company, branch, location or agent. You could also analyze your data for item-wise sales, branch-wise sales or agent-wise sales. You could also generate month-wise graphs based on various parameters. Settings for transaction alerts allow you to control automated alerts. You can choose what happens when a new invoice is created. Should it be sent by WhatsApp, email and SMS to the customer? Should it also be sent to the agent, to the branch manager or the accountant, and should it be sent to the owner? You can also enable or disable alerts for other voucher types such as purchases, receipts, payments, proforma invoices, delivery challenge, debit and credit notes. Tez ERP has a WhatsApp chatbot, which enables you and your team members to access specific information without logging into the system. Let us go to Security to add WhatsApp numbers. Only the numbers added in this section can use the chatbot feature. Let me show you how chatbot works. I have saved a number as Tez ERP info. I simply send hi to this number. System identifies me from my unique mobile number and sends the actions I can perform. Now if I simply type a query as bank balance, system shows me my balance in various bank accounts. If I type sale last month, system responds with sales figure for last month. Let me try sales today. Yes, it works. Okay, I will now try turnover last year. System replies with turnover for each entity. I could also type ledger balance of Tez Electronics, and it will reply with the current ledger balance. Let me try stock of X990. As you can see, I have more than one item matching this name, so the system gives me stock for all matching items. This feature can be used by authorized members of your sales team to check the current stock of any item or balance due from the customer before booking any order. This feature is also very useful for people who are not tech savvy or who wish to quickly get some information without having to log in. You can also enable MIS alerts for daily transaction summary or low stock alerts for any item having stock level below the minimum stock level. You can also enable various automation alerts. Suppose a customer has given you a post-dated check. You can configure automation settings to send automated SMS alert to the customer 1 day before the check date, an email 2 days before the due date, another email to the agent 1 day before the due date so he can speak to the customer, an email to the accountant on the check date so he remembers to deposit the check. You could also configure the ERP to send automated alerts based on due date, as the first alert 5 days before the due date, second alert 3 days before the due date, and third alert 1 day before the due date. Suppose the customer has not paid even after the due date has lapsed. You could configure the system to send automated alerts to the customer every week, to the agent every day, and to the owner or the top management on monthly basis. You could also enter birth dates and anniversary dates for customers, vendors, employees, and configure the system to send them automated wishes on their birthdays and anniversary. Let us take a quick look at other voucher types in Tez ERP. It has complete workflow required by most organizations. If you look closely at connecting lines, you will realize that this workflow is highly configurable. You can have an approval system for each voucher type. You could also configure various approval levels, such as single approvals for orders that value up to Rs 10,000, 2 approvals for orders ranging in value between 10,000 to 1 lakh, 3 approvals for orders holding value of above 1 lakh. You can also set approval limits for different users and choose what is allowed and what is not allowed for unapproved vouchers. You can create purchase orders or indents based on the sales order, convert sales order to a pro forma invoice, delivery challan, or sales invoice with a single click. Let us quickly see how this workflow operates. If a sales executive books an order for 10 pieces of iPhone at 85,000 rupees, he can create a sales order from his mobile phone or laptop. The purchase manager sees purchase order summary and notices that he has only 6 pieces in stock, and since the minimum stock level is 5 pieces, he needs to create a purchase order for 9 pieces. System automatically creates a purchase order based on the last purchase. You can of course change the vendor, quantity, rate or any other details, but in most cases, orders can be created at click of a button. A person from dispatch department sees the pending order and creates a delivery challan for 6 pieces. Next day, stores receives material against the purchase order and books a purchase. They also attach the purchase invoice to this transaction. You can go green with the document management feature. Tez ERP allows you to attach corresponding documents to different voucher types, such as sales order, purchase orders, delivery challan, sales invoice, and expense vouchers. You can also attach multiple documents to each customer and vendor. Authorized users can view, print or download these documents from anywhere using their laptop or mobile phone. Dispatch department now sees that there is enough material available to complete the order, so they create another delivery challan. ERP senses that 6 pieces were already delivered, so it automatically creates a challan for the remaining 4 pieces only. This order no longer shows under the pending order tab, but I can go and check it under the closed orders tab. I can also check adjustments which shows me that there were 6 pieces supplied under challan number 60 and 4 pieces supplied under challan number 61. Now the accounts department sees that there are 2 unbilled delivery challans. They can create 2 different invoices or list out all unbilled challans for this customer and create a single invoice. After creating the invoice, these challans move from the pending tab to the closed tab. The customer gets a copy of the invoice on email and WhatsApp. You can use Payment Gateway and allow your customers to make payments using net banking, debit card, credit card, UPI and payment wallets. Tez ERP also supports link-based payments. You can generate a payment link for any proforma or sales invoice. Let me quickly create a proforma invoice and then generate a payment link. When the customer clicks on this link, he sees details of his invoice and he can make payment using various payment modes. For successful payment, ERP will automatically create a receipt and mark the bill as paid. Customers can download the receipt or it can be sent by email or WhatsApp, depending on your automation settings. ERP maintains logs for online payments. You can view each attempt and the status, whether the payment was successful or not. Now I create a receipt for this invoice. Let us say the customer has paid by check number 2345 dated 25th drawing on SBI. Let us say the customer paid a round figure of 1 lakh instead of 1,03,000 and I wish to write it off as discount. Now I click on narration. ERP automatically generates a suitable narration for the voucher based on the information entered. When I save this receipt, you can see that the bill is fully adjusted. Let us check the adjustments. You can see that there is a JV automatically created. Clicking on the JV will show you that it has debited the discount account with 3,000 rupees and credited the customer. It has also adjusted the amount against the sales invoice and put a simple narration for the voucher. Now let us say that this check gets dishonored and we have a rule that we charge 300 rupees as check bouncing charge. I simply select the bounce option against the receipt, which automatically create a JV with the bouncing charges. This saves a lot of time in creating JVs manually and typing lengthy narrations for bounced checks, TDS entries, discounts and amounts written off. Let us go to Account Headmaster, search for the party and see his ledger account. We had created this account manually. If you have a list of customers, vendors, agents and other account heads, you can upload them using Excel templates or XML files created from third-party software. I can click on the account head name to view its ledger account. I can print or email this ledger to the customer. I can also drill down to the voucher level, modify any entry and update the ledger. You can view graphs for month-wise purchase sale, item-wise sale, agent-wise sale. From reports options, you can view GST reports, aging analysis, P&L statement or balance sheet. All reports support drill down. For example, in the balance sheet, I click on Sundry Debtors, then search for Tez Electronics. Click on it to view the ledger, and then click on any entry to go to the voucher level. I could define groups and subgroups as per my requirement and choose between vertical and the horizontal format. Tez ERP also has a customer portal. If you subscribe to this module, it allows your customers to access details of their own account from your website. When you create a customer, you specify their email ID and the mobile number. They can use this email ID or mobile number to generate a secure OTP, to log in and access information pertaining to their account. Based on your settings, customers can view their orders, their invoices and their ledger account. They can print or download any invoice or ledger for any period. If you have subscribed to the Help Desk module, you can also allow them to create complaint tickets and view the status of their complaints. Now I would like to show you inventory management with Tez ERP. You can use inventory items to track all inventory, non-inventory items and services. You can create multi-level groups and assign items to specific groups. You can also specify various parameters for each item such as UPC code, alias, HSN number, MRP. purchase and sale price, tax rate, dimensions, unit of measurement, alternate unit, minimum stock level and weight classification. You can also upload image of the item. If you are using the eShop module, items are automatically listed on your e-commerce site along with item name, image, MRP and selling price. Clicking on item shows the stock ledger of the item. You can use filters to see stock ledger for specific period, entity, branch or department. As you can see, entries from all vouchers, including purchase, sales, debit notes and credit notes are automatically posted to the stock ledger. With Phase ERP, you can monitor stock as per books and also physical stock, which includes unbilled delivery challenge and GRN. You can use stock transfer vouchers to transfer stock from one branch to another or from one department to another. This is very useful for interbranch and interdepartment transfers. For example, indent is created for stores as per production plan and work order. Purchase departments raises the PO. Quality control department creates GRN and transfers the stock to stores after quality check. Stores transfers raw material to production department as per POM. Production department transfers products to quality control. The quality control department checks these products and transfers them to packing department. And the packing department dispatches goods to the customer. Closing stock reports can be generated with valuation as per LIFO, FIFO or average price method. Aging analysis for inventory helps you track slow-moving stocks. You can generate barcodes for each items purchased and use these barcodes for quickly creating delivery challenge, invoices, debit or credit notes. You can also use serial numbers and batch numbers to track specific items. Item-wise analytics help you generate graphs for month-wise sale, customer-wise sale, agent-wise sale and branch-wise sale. Would you like to check whether your supplier has filed his GST returns for your purchases, so you can claim the ITC? With Phase ERP you can match GSTR to A with your purchases with minimum effort. Let us go to GSTR to AM module and download entries for the last month from the GST portal. If you have not subscribed to the GSP module, you could download the JSON file from the GST portal and upload it here. ERP will automatically match most of the entries. You can see that partially matched entries, where there is a mismatch in date or amount, or missing entries which are there on the GST portal, but not added in your purchase. You could match them with existing entries or simply add them with minimum effort. You can also see the entries which are there in your data, but not uploaded by your vendor, so you can talk to him and take timely action. Like GSTR2, you can also reconcile your bank accounts. Let us see how easy it is to do this. You can reconcile entries manually or automatically. I normally do weekly reconciliation and put the statement date for all entries in that statement. I simply tick on the matching entries one by one. You can see the balance changing in the orange box in top right of the screen. The statement date or the transaction date is entered automatically based on your settings. You can accept this date or type any date manually. You can also upload your bank statement in CSV or Excel formats. If you are banking with ICICI Bank, you can configure the system to automatically fetch the bank statement from your bank. For example, I can choose to fetch the statement for last week. Automatch option automatically identifies most of the entries. I could manually match other entries or choose to automatically add these entries directly from the bank statement. This saves a lot of time and effort. If you are banking with ICICI Bank, you can link your bank account with Tez ERP and make payments directly from the software without having to log into the bank portal and without adding beneficiaries. I go to Purchases, click on Dues to see outstanding bills, click on Payment option and click on the Save and Pay button. Let me pay one more bill. This is normally done by the accounting staff. Now, a senior person who has the authority to make payments selects Security option to process payments. I can check my bank balance in real time, select the payments to be made, and click on the Process button. I will get a secure OTP on my registered mobile from the bank, and once I enter the OTP, payments are processed and credited to the vendor's bank account. This feature can be used to make hundreds of payments directly from ERP with a single OTP. I can use Logs menu and check the status of each payment. Other option in the Logs menu let you check logs for emails, SMS, and WhatsApp messages sent from the system. Email logs also show you whether the mail was opened by the receiver or not. You can also see how many times the mail was opened. SMS logs shows you all messages sent successfully. You can use the ERP to send bulk emails, SMS, and WhatsApp messages. For example, if I wish to send New Year wishes from the system, I can go to the list of customers and select the template. ERP will create personalized SMS for each customer with name of the organization and name of the contact person. Logs are also maintained for all major actions for each user. On this screen, we can see all actions that we recently performed. With Tez ERP, you can control what each user can see or do. You can create multiple roles and enable or disable various privileges for each role. You can decide whether a user can use the purchase or sale module. Within the module, whether he can add, edit, delete or cancel a voucher, whether he edit only fresh entries or also edit the entries which have been approved or processed, while adding or editing a voucher. Can he change the voucher number or he needs to accept the auto-generated voucher number? Whether he can make backdated entries and if so, for how many days, whether he can print the voucher, email it or WhatsApp it to the customer, whether he can print data in Excel formats, whether he can change settings, and whether he can approve the voucher. You may create unlimited roles such as Sales Executive, Senior Executive, Sales Manager, and so on. There are many more settings available based on various transaction types. Different voucher types and modules are enabled or disabled based on your subscription type. As you can see, Tez ERP has thousands of settings which can be enabled or disabled for each role. This needs to be done only once. You can then assign one or more role to each user. Each user can be given restricted access to one or more company, branch or department. You can also block access based on user level. For example, I could restrict every salesman to see his own sale and the sales manager to see the sales done by his team only. For office staff, you could restrict the access based on the IP address, so they can access the information only from office. They will not be able to access any information from their home or any competitor's place. You can enable two-factor authorization for specific users, so even if someone knows the password, he will not be able to access the account without the OTP sent to the registered mobile number. As you can see, Tez ERP has very high level of security. Your data is stored on secure servers, provided by leading ISO 27000 certified solution providers. Servers are frequently monitored and protected with latest technology. There are multi-level backups for data security. Moreover, you can download your data in Excel or XML formats. You can also host the software on your own cloud server or on-premise server. Tez ERP is easy to use, yet very secure and versatile product. It also has lots of industry-specific features, which can be enabled based on your requirements. It is not possible to cover all features in a brief demo. For more information, you can sign up for the product, and we can arrange a personalized demo. Thank you for watching this video. Please visit our YouTube channel to watch other videos which explain features of various modules in more detail.